Throughout our country, there's no shortage of great causes, and that includes autism. First branded Autism Awareness Month back in 1970, this important designation changed in 2021 to Autism Acceptance Month. The Autism Society of America announced the shift in terminology in order to help effect change in the lives of those who had been diagnosed with this complex brain disorder. It often inhibits a person's ability to communicate, respond to surroundings, and form relationships with others. Dr. Temple Grandin is one of the most respected and recognized voices in the autistic community. She is one of many highly functioning people who have overcome this affliction to achieve a remarkable level of success. She's quick to point out that the spectrum of disability is as wide as the rainbow itself.
Autism goes from someone like Einstein, who had no speech until age 3, to somebody that's nonverbal and never learns to dress themselves. And the doctors over the years have changed the diagnosis. It used to be autistic, you had to have delayed speech. I had delayed speech. I did not speak until I was 4 years old.
Ms. Grandin overcame numerous obstacles as a child to eventually become a professor of animal science at Colorado State University. She's also a prominent author and speaker with valuable insight both in the written and spoken word on the challenges that come with autism. She enjoys spending time educating parents and teachers on how to best care for those who are now making the same journey that she has successfully mastered.
I was born in 1947. Usually severe autistic kids, ones where there was speech delay, were just institutionalized. See, one of the things that's made diagnosis hard today is they've merged the Asperger's, which is basically socially awkward with no speech delay, in with the autism with speech delay. But I was very severe when I was 2 and 3 years old. And so back at that time, they normally just put those kids in institutions. And I was lucky to get into a really good early intervention because mother took me to a neurologist. And the neurologist knew the 2 teachers that had the little school in the basement of their house.
That early intervention allowed her to achieve far beyond what anyone expected. In 2010, Claire Danes portrayed Temple in an autobiography that gave hope to those who are faced with many of the same challenges.
Well, it was sort of like going back into a 60s and 70s time machine. And also, Claire Danes kind of became me. She did a fabulous job. It shows how my visual thinking works.
Temple's advice to those who are seeking help is to take the same road that has worked so well for her. Empower the children to learn in a hands-on environment with a particular emphasis on speech development and learning responsibility outside of the home with exposure to as many different activities as possible.
I have a new book out now called Visual Thinking, and I talk about where we actually have a skill loss issue, because we need some of these autistic people that are super good at mechanics, or they're super good at computer programming, or something with the tech industry. And some of these kids get addicted to video games. Well, you got to replace the video games with something else. And one of the things that's been very effective in young adults who are addicted to video games has been auto mechanics. And they discover that motors are more interesting than video games are. But we've got to get them out doing things, because these are places where some of these people that are different can really excel.
Temple Grandin is many things: a high achiever, an author, an educator, and most importantly, a hero to her community.